everybody. Sorry about earlier. I deleted the live from StreamYards. I thought that's all I had to do because I've never done that before. And I didn't know that I also had to delete it off YouTube. Um, so I decided to throw this thumbnail up and go ahead and, since there was people in that chat, I felt really bad about. Thank God again for nonsense. Because she's like, there's people in your chat. I'm like, huh? I deleted it. I didn't know. Oh, she always saves the day, I'm telling you. The reason I had to cancel that live is, I'm going to be honest with you. If I can't vet the information I'm going to put out, it's not going out on my channel. And up until an hour before my live, I gave these people that much time. Proof never came through. So I'm not putting it out here. They can go to another channel that don't care if it's true or not. I care. Sorry for, I'm so sorry. I do now know that you have to also delete off YouTube. I apologize to anybody that was waiting. I really do. But I couldn't go through with that live. I couldn't do it. That's not who I am. Anyway, so today we're going to finish our Pimpology 101 and have some fun with these pimps. Since they like to spread disinformation, we'll spread them. Hey ho. So I'm going to let y'all listen to a little intro here. Give me a minute to group. Because it's totally changing up everything. But that's okay. We'll make it work.
Home in the valley, home in the city, home isn't pretty, ain't no home for me. Home in the darkness, home on the highway, home isn't my way, home I'll never be.
Don't be biting.
Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his dose. I'm burning for you.
So do.
I'm burning for you. Time is the essence. Time is a season. Time ain't no reason. Got no time to show. Time everlasting. Time is completely silent. Time ain't on my side. Time will never know. Burn out the day. Burn out the night. Now I want to tell you what's wrong from what's right. I've seen suns that were freezing and nights that were blue. I'm burning for you.
You're not biting me. No, you're not.
I'm burning for you.
Get out of my cords, please, Sir Duke.
Burn out the day. Burn out the night. Can't see for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you.
Sir Duke, I definitely do not need a co-host tonight, so you can exit left anytime you want to. Without my cords, thank you. Without my cords, thank you. And without biting me would be nice. That would even be better. Okay. Again, I am so sorry about earlier. I honestly, I didn't know. I thought if I never deleted a live before. So I thought if you just, deleted the live off YouTube, that was it. I mean, not YouTube, but StreamYards, that was it. Like I said, thank God for nonsense. Because y'all been still, I wasn't even going to go back live. But I couldn't go through with the live because I couldn't vet anything. And I wasn't getting confirmation. And I'm just, I don't do that. I don't do that. Besides that, after last night's web sleuths, oh dear Lord, these vultures haven't stopped. Haven't stopped. We've got Bullhorn Betty putting out short videos. Chris Proudfoot's drunken rant. Woman, how the hell you know he was drunk? How the hell you know that man was drunk? Don't you think that maybe that man is just done? He is just fed up with the constant attacks on his wife and on him instead of people looking for his son? He has every right to be pissed. Every right. Dear Lord, these people. I'm telling you, it's the old junior high saying. When they were passing out brains, they got said trains and they hopped one. Remember how kids used to say, tell you that when you were in like junior high and shit, you'd get all bent out of shape and your feelings, you'd be all in your feels. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't sound drunk to me at all. I got to, hey, rapper. Yeah, well, good for you, Raps. Happy for you. I don't like the disinformation. I can't even give her a misinformation title. That woman puts out nothing but disinformation. Shame on her. Shame on her. There's that on. That's my feelings on her. I don't care who everybody likes. Y'all can go into anybody's chat. I don't care. I don't own y'all. I'm not your mama. I don't care where you go. We like who we like, and that's it. I'm not here to change your mind about liking anybody or disliking anybody. That's not my goal. If that was the case, I'd have went through with that live. If I didn't care about the facts, I'd have went through with that live. I couldn't go through with that live. I couldn't. And I'm nobody's patsy. Anyway, maybe I should like my own. Oh, cool! I can like my own video. Oh, wow. Okay, probably should have been doing that all along. Yeah, see. Yeah, Duke, you should be at least a member, Sir Duke. You should be, giving me a view, being in this chat. You're like a pain in the butts the whole time I'm live. So see, now my chat don't even want to show up. See, this is ridiculous. This is another reason. Ugh. And I'm still trying to add the links to the articles from my earlier live. And every time I try to add them, I'm getting an error from YouTube. It's driving me nuts. I've only tried about 100,000 times, but I will keep trying. Let me say hi to everybody. Hey, Nonsense. Hey, Revival. Hey, NCTC. Hey, Rapper. Hey, Maureen. Hey, KCG. Your tech is crashing with the huge chats. My tech isn't working. If there's over like 750, well, I don't get those kind of numbers. So you should be okay. And yes, Rapper, Hope will get you. You better listen to Hope. She's the boss. Hey, Wishful, good to see you. Hey, Marcy. Hey, Duchess, good to see you. I'm not sure if you know what's going on any more than I do. I'm going to email you because some strange things have happened that I maybe want to let you know about. Hey, Ange. Hey, Voices. Good to see you. Hey, Vic. Hey, Shaylee. My favorite name. I love that name. Hey, Vic. Hey, Tori. Wow, you're the only other Tori besides my neighbor, that I've ever met other than my niece. And I named her, of course, and she's got my middle name. But up until I moved here and met my neighbors, I never knew another Tori. And now you're the third. And that's wild that you have a Tori 3, because you're actually the third person I know with that name. Hey, Brittany. Hey, DBS. Good to see you. Maureen, I think I already got you, but I'll get you again. Hey, Lorton girl. Hey, Arctic Fox. Thank you for coming in. Hey, Jane. Hey, Chris Grass. Hey, Mr. Happy. How are you? Hey, Mind of Monsters. I feel bad that I let y'all down, but I gotta do what's right. I gotta do what's right. Hey, Slim Jim. Hey, Dimple Duck. Oh, thank you, Slim Jim. You're so amazing. Thank you. And 3 is your face number. Oh, that's cool. Everybody that's welcome to Poolside, please thank Slim Jim. And you're going to get your chance to babysit Sir Duke. There you go. See, that's a membership perk here. You get Sir Duke. Hey, Chico. Hey, Life Rewinded. Hey, Thor. Chico, I got that. I'll be sending that to you. I got your email. Hey, Muppet Mouse. But, again, I'm sorry that I had to cancel the earlier live, but I got to do the right thing. And, it just, when you can't vet what you're going to put out, I'm not going to sit here and be like the channels I'm calling out. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. And poof, somebody just disappears. Phone number disconnected. Boom, everything. So, yeah, phone number disconnected means it was an internet number. And come on, people. I've told y'all a million times. I'm familiar with that shit. I have a bio dad that goes on his binges, and I'll get 100 freaking calls a day and messages from different states, and he even tried a different country at one time. You can make up any number you want to with these internet numbers. You know? Hey, Skip to Milo. Hey, Sleuthing Tater Tot. I love that name. Oh, thank you, Chico. But yeah, Feisty High. I thought that if you just deleted it on StreamYards, that would delete the live. Again, like I said, nonsense to the rescue. I had no idea anybody was even there because I thought I deleted it all. I thought it took it off YouTube. I've never deleted a live before. So, now I know you also have to go onto YouTube. Hey, Thor. Gone. Gone. Yeah. And my doggy's not. But he let me give him a shower. Bubba gets a shower once a week, whether he needs it or not. And he loves a shower, and I knew it would relax him because he will just stand there, and he loved it. And it was hard. We held him up, but he was wagging his tail. He was happy. He loves his showers, and he's laying down. But he still doesn't seem like he's in a lot of pain. He ate. He had roast for dinner. I gave him a big old slab with his food, and he ate some carrots, and he's chilling. He's just chilling. dog something. Ugh. You fallen asleep several times? Yeah, I did last night. Yeah, nonsense. I noticed that. She wouldn't answer it. She talked around it and just ignored it, basically. Basically. And I don't get that. Own it. Say you didn't know. Go, I question that. Hey, Granny's watching. You had a similar experience today? You too? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I still could have went live, but I couldn't run with it because I couldn't vet it. Oh, she knew. Oh, I bet she knew. If she didn't, then she needs to give up that PI license. Blank screen. Is he in here? I didn't see him. But there's a lot being said today. Of course. Of course. Yeah, no, they're not going to shut up. Hey, Sarah. Oh, those are people that were gifted. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're doing a different live now. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of Pimpology 101. We're still going to talk about Sebastian because he needs to be put back in the forefront. He really does. All this crap these idiots are doing, but they've been hammering it since Web Sleuths. And Brittany J, you were so lucky it was Web Sleuths. I'm not a striker, but honey, you stream snipe my whole stream. I'm taking you down. I'm not lying. I'm taking your stream down. You're lucky it was her because she won't. Sadly, I don't think she'll do anything, and she should because you made it a joke. You and your little buddy Sarah and your little sidekick CJ, y'all thought it was funny. Y'all had so much to say. You have no idea. And I hope you never find out. I hope you never find out. But, Bullhorn, of course, she's doing a premiere right now, but it's not even a premiere because let me tell you about Bullhorn. She does these lives on TikTok. Then she takes them to YouTube. It's all right, Frank. She's not. You can't be out here because I'm talking adult stuff about adults. Do you want to get your pajamas on? Do you ever have to ask permission to get your pajamas on? She just had to come out here and be nosy. She never needs to ask permission to put her pajamas on. But, she's a kid. She just had to poke out and be nosy, but I don't allow them to hear the stuff I'm talking about. They don't need to hear it. They don't need to know. Hey, blank screen. I have questions. My issue mostly, I have to be honest, wasn't with Web Sleuths. It was with the PIs. Sorry, but it was. It really was. And I haven't even watched it all. I watched a lot of it on Granny's this morning. That was the first I seen of any of it. But I've noticed some creators, decided to fire up lives and slam Web Sleuths and Chris. And yeah. No, not going to. Hey, Beth. I'm not going to. I get where his anger is coming from. Is it misdirected? Maybe. Maybe. But he's entitled to be angry. We can't tell that man how to feel. We can't tell anybody how to feel. I'm not the mama. Okay, what is going on with this? Anyway. So, I don't know if I want to check this out first. Maybe we will. Betty? How could you do a thumbnail? Oh, well, anytime you want to babysit, let me tell you, I never get a day off. And I feel bad for my husband, but some weekends, like this weekend, I pretty much let him handle it because during the week he's not home. When they're home, he works a weird shift, so um, they're in bed when he gets home, and they're on the school bus when he gets up because he works so late. So I kind of checked out, and he's just great about it, and he loves spending time with them. So I'm very lucky. And you know what? I'm so sick of hearing, oh, well, he's the stepdad. He's just the stepdad. That don't freaking matter. Anybody can make a child. What makes a parent is the person that raises that child, that supports that child, that teaches that child. That's the parent. Anybody can donate an egg or some sperm. That don't make you a mom and dad. We're raising kids that aren't ours. They don't have to biologically be yours to be your children. He don't love them any different than he loved our son. I don't love them any different than I love my biological son. They are my children. That burns my ass when people say that. Oh, she finished her, and all it was a TikTok video. Lies, all lies. Betty wouldn't. Ooh, Betty. Yeah. She wouldn't know the truth if it smacked her in the face. None of these people would. Then we're only going to do a little bit of this because I got something I want to go over. And Slimy, you're not getting away, honey. You are not getting away. There's not enough slime in the world for you to slide on out this door. And girl, let me tell you something. I know where those emails that you got came from. I do. I actually have the whole entire email thread. I know who you were talking to. I don't know him outside of YouTube. I know him from YouTube, and he's been on YouTube for years, years. Uh, but yeah, so go on with yourself, cause I got you, honey. I got you. That woman. You notice she changed her background. She took the smiley faces down and put up paper flowers. Yeah, but she don't watch nobody. Okay. Okay. You're going to believe that. Your little delusional world.
Okay, a lot of
She may have put her smiley faces back up, but as of the other day, she had not. She had changed it.
the information that I've been listening to on your show coming from Chloe, the
Okay,
questions
now
that are
this is
coming through
Bullhorn
people.
Betty. She's saying that he had a drunken rant. This man does not sound drunk. He does not sound under the influence.
It's very sickening and disgusting, to be personally honest with you. Yes,
Okay.
I'm a very pissed off stepfather to this whole situation.
With social media, this is what social media
Okay.
does.
Now she heavily edited this so that it fits the narrative she's trying to put out. Just so you know, that's why Betty's not a good editor. And that's why it keeps jumping like it does. She wants it to fit the narrative she's trying to put out to make it sound like it is what she's saying, but it is not. It is not.
And it can be your
worst nightmare
or your best friend.
Yes.
Hey guys, I'm not sure about you or how you feel about this whole interview that Chris Proudfoot gave to Web Sleuths. There is a lot of information contained in this 2-hour interview with Chris Proudfoot where he displayed a very angry and upset demeanor during the entire interview process.
Talk to me. We don't want to get you. The last thing we want to do, Chris, is cause problems between you and Seth. I swear to God.
Well,
So
I understand that, but let me help you with something.
Okay.
Okay, a lot of the information that I've been listening to on your show coming from Chloe, the questions that are coming through people, it's very sickening and disgusting, to be personally honest with you.
Okay.
very accusatory, very condescending, almost as if he was already painted as the monster when this particular
He has been painted as the monster from the get-go. What the hell are you talking about? You one of the biggest ones out here painting this man to be a monster.
platform was giving him
Are you kidding me? Someone needs to give you a needle and pop that damn delusional bubble you live in. You're one of the, you accused this man of murder. Are you kidding me? And you don't think he has a right to be angry? His wife is being attacked constantly. And you don't think he has a right to be angry? To be on Chloe. Come on. That's not professional. Nothing she's done is professional. But okay, Betty. You run with that. You go.
The absolute most respect any platform
Okay, why does it keep stopping?
could
YouTube, knock it
possibly
off.
give a person, and he was just a very angry individual. Check some of these clips out.
Yeah, check out these heavily edited clips I did.
Hi, I'm Sharon A.
So let me
Wow, YouTube is acting all kind of wanky.
go ahead and address a few things and help y'all out.
Okay.
Because Chloe, you're the PI. I haven't had a chance to talk to you. You haven't even called me. You ain't done anything. First
What
off,
the hell is going
Heather has
Heather
on?
is the only one. Heather is the only one who has reached out to me or to my wife.
I
So for you to
actually
sit
reached
on this
out to
show
you
and sit
a
here
month or
and give
so.
me
Good point, nonsense. I like him or not. He was attempting to change the topic to Sebastian, and that PI was blatantly lying, or Seth was holding info from his PIs too, such as did Chris pass his poly. Yes, and that pisses me off. Chris said that he knows for a fact that Ali notified Seth that not only did he take a poly, but he passed it because he's got messages proving he reached out to him. So Seth has known all along that Chris has taken it and passed it.
information
And
that you have that you don't have all the answers to is a problem.
Okay. Well, Chris, help us understand, because I know Chloe, and Chloe wants to help. And the last thing Chloe would do is want to put out misinformation. And the problem is,
Okay, I understand it. So let me just smash something real quick.
okay,
Okay, first and foremost, anything that goes on between me and my wife is not a damn bit of anybody's personal business. I don't care what you think. I don't care what y'all got to say. That'd be like me splashing all your business out to the world.
okay.
It does not matter what goes on in my house. We're looking for my son.
True that.
That's real simple.
Your stepson, right?
It doesn't matter. Stepson.
Okay, now see, that was an issue. I like Web Sleuth. She has a fantastic channel. She does great work. She's helped a lot of people. But that was a low blow, in my opinion. You don't have to point out steps. It doesn't matter. He was the one living in the home with that child. He was the one financially supporting. He was the one being the full-time dad.
With my son, all the kids are treated as if they your own. There is no title, a stepson, a son. It does not matter.
Amen.
That boy is loved by me just like he is my own. Just like he's my own.
Let me tell you why people are asking personal questions about you and your wife. Okay, it's because of the situation in which Sebastian has gone missing, and they're wondering if whatever happened between you and your wife, does it have something to do with Sebastian going missing? It's not to be rude. It's just trying to figure out what happened to Sebastian. And
okay, so let me make this even crystal clear for you.
You need, sweetheart.
okay,
And everybody out there that's got all these
What, baby?
negativity, disgusting comments, and questions that y'all
Flashlight for
think
what?
you know anything about, when honestly you don't know a damn
Okay.
thing. And that's the
Well,
problem.
you can ask Daddy Frank.
You assume, you speculate,
Yeah, you can get
all
it.
this crap. You have no idea what me, my family, my wife, everybody involved is going through, to include Seth, his mom, and everybody else.
Okay.
Because it's the vile, disgusting crap that comes out of people's mouth. Yes, I'm a very pissed off stepfather to this whole situation.
I
Doesn't
did
matter
want to clear
one
it up,
iota.
Chris. I
Chris?
did reach out to you on March 17th, publicly and privately.
Okay, why would the PI reach out publicly? That's a big red flag for me as well. Why are you reaching out publicly? You are a private investigator.
Responded to me publicly. You asked me to ask my question publicly. I did. You didn't respond. I reached out to you privately again. So I have reached out to you.
Where in the public? Where?
I reached out to you on Facebook.
Oh my
I reached out to
God.
you on Facebook Messenger, private.
Okay, on Facebook. Like you're going to believe that's a PI on Facebook. Come on, lady. Come on, really? Really? Can you imagine how many messages they're getting a day full of hate? Please.
Privately. You've never read my
KB.
message.
Hey, Callie Dime.
Well, don't take
Hey,
this the wrong
Christina.
way, but
Hey,
a
Moonshine.
lot of the bullshit that I get in Facebook.
No, that's fine. That's
I'm
fine.
not-
I just want to make
Yeah.
it clear that
Can I explain to you?
Yeah.
You send me messages along with thousands of other people.
I understand that. And that's why I took it public. And you did respond to me and ask me to ask my question publicly because you wanted whatever answer you were going to give to be public to clear it up.
What was the question that you asked me? Since I neglected your question.
And
what
that's not
was
what
your
I'm
question?
saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Yes, it is.
I want to make it clear that I haven't not tried to reach out to you.
Why are these?
And Chris,
See, what is
I
going
know you're
on with
mad.
YouTube. It's like I have no control. I don't like this. YouTube, get it right. Why are the PIs running groups and strolling groups for families to find work for ? And then not vetting their teams they send out to harass the family members of these tragedies? Good question. Good question.
God, I can feel it, I can hear it, and I understand it. You've got to believe me when I tell you this.
Voice. Oh,
please, if you can.
I'm sorry, I know it's not the right time, but the kitty sounds so cute.
Dial it back a bit and get us some of these answers and let us help you clear up this bull so it doesn't interfere anymore. And like I said, you're always going to have crazy people interfering and coming up with rumors, and it's so maddening and frustrating, and I hate it. It pisses me off more than anything, and anybody that knows me knows
It
that.
pisses you off? You're not in our shoes.
I know.
You haven't been in our shoes.
Listen,
okay, well, you don't know that, but I haven't been in your shoes. And
look at the immaturity of Betty doing these videos. You know, Olive Oil, quit teaching Betty what to do because you're teaching her wrong. Still all about them. Yeah, it's their child that's missing. Hello? And you know what? Wesley doesn't do all the drama and stuff. She doesn't. She does good work. She does have a good channel. And she has helped a lot. When you're only used to having a couple hundred in chat and you end up getting a couple thousand, it's a whole different ball game. People were off the chain in this chat.
A child, no. But believe me, I can understand what you're going through, and what I'm saying is we can help you, Chris. We can help you. All right. Anybody here in this chat that asked about a cemetery, it's because somebody else brought it up. Just tell us.
Exactly. And my question comes back to, where do these people come up with this crazy crap?
That's a $1 million question.
Here, let me add this to the thing. We don't own a private plane. We don't own 78 pieces of property. We don't own a private yacht. What else do you guys want to come up saying that we own?
with social media, this is what social media does.
It does.
And it can be your
Worst nightmare.
Hey, Sue.
or your best friend.
Okay, so let's address something real quick with your
Okay.
viewers who say I'm drunk and belligerent. No, I'm just a pissed off dad.
Yeah.
So let's get.
Chris, look at what Betty's saying. Chris Proudfoot, drunken rant. What is she doing? Is she in freaking high school pointing an arrow at him? What is wrong with this woman? This man is not drunk. You're the one who does drunken rants, Betty. I know. I've reviewed them. They're on my channel. This man is not drunk. He is just fed up. Fed up. The truth is out here. The facts are out here. People don't want to hear it. You know, they did say they were flying around on a private jet. They can't afford a private jet. No shade, but they can't afford a private goddamn jet. Oh, Chris's parents are going on vacation. They're doing this, they're doing that. He was in Alaska for work. That's always been out here. But they've twisted that up and turned it into what it wasn't. They refuse to see the facts, including this thing, this piece of shit right here.
That real clear.
What the science is showing us is the universe appears to be
Oh,
alive.
my
It
music.
appears to be
Yeah,
conscious.
thank you guys. Yeah, thank you. Gosh, you chat, you're on it, man. I love it. My little boy just does not want to wear his jammy bottoms. Oh. Okay, Betty, I'm gonna use feed the duck with you because that's what you think. That's what I think of you. Let me know if that. Oh, that's too loud. Back it up. See, it's like I don't know. I don't think it's YouTube. I think it's StreamYards because I change it and StreamYards puts it right back. Huh. StreamYards, get it together because I'll give Restream another chance and I'll be jumping ship because I like their features better. They have more. Oh, come on. Now, see, it doesn't even want to share screen. Restream does have better features. Sorry, but they do. It just sucks because the videos don't play right. So, it's a no-win situation.
Near-death experiences are some of
Do they
the
play this
strongest
many
efforts
ads
we
on
have.
my channel?
Now, I'm not sure about you, but
Oh.
Chris, right up front, was being very combative. He was feeling as if he was being
Hey,
attacked, yet nobody was
but-
attacking them. They're just trying to get to the bottom of what's going on. They're trying to find out why he's not really responding to emails. And all he can.
It wasn't emails, Betty. She said it was a Facebook message on a public Facebook page, and then it was in Messenger. The other PI, Heather, he did communicate with. Girl, I don't know why you have ears, because you clearly don't use them.
Can do is be insulting to the PIs working for Seth. Now,
Being insulting to the PIs. Yeah. I guess you're on board with the stuff the Chloe PIs put out, right? Okay, you would be, because you're a piece of shit. So, yeah, you would be. That would be right down your alley. Just saying. Yeah.
I'm one of the first people that will tell you I'm not a fan of internet PIs. I do not like them. I sometimes feel like they bring a level of chaos to a case that doesn't need it. Internet PIs, in my opinion, aren't secretive or silent. They're kind of exposed and not what I would want in a private investigator, i.e., the private part. So there's just some issues there with it. However, with that being said, I thought that the PIs handled themselves very well with the way Chris Proudfoot was dominating the entire conversation. He wanted his authority to be known in this particular interview, as you clear.
No, you stupid cow. You stupid cow. It had nothing to do with him being in control, Betty, wanting to control it all. Do you have any idea how they feel? They can't even go out in public. His wife had to leave her home and go to work with him because she was afraid to stay there because of people like you. They are harassed, stalked, threatened daily, all day. You know, you're good at playing victim. You should get it. Because isn't that what you claim happens to you for the last year and a half? Bunch of bullshit, just like the rest of the stuff that comes out of your mouth.
Clearly heard and as was clearly displayed. So I'm just curious what all of you think about everything that's going on with this particular matter. Do you think this interview helped Chris or hurt Chris? What do you think about your impressions of Chris now? Do you think he was on alcohol or other substances? I'm very interested in this because, again, we don't know what happened to Sebastian. We're clearly
No,
seeing
you don't.
Chris Proudfoot break under pressure. We're seeing
Break under pressure, you dumb twat. He has a child missing. On top of that, he has to put up with the non-stop bombardment with him and his wife. And some from his child's biological father, his wife's ex-husband. How the hell would you feel? How would you feel? Hey, Wee Frosty.
a much different Chris Proudfoot. We're seeing a Proudfoot that I truly believe is the authentic Chris Proudfoot.
Oh my God, I love this name. Kathy ain't got no time for BS. I love it, and I love the avatar.
We saw last night was who Chris is as a person, how he usually probably holds himself and speaks to other people.
Oh,
Just my thoughts, just my opinions. Let
oh,
me know
thank God they don't matter.
yours. God bless.
Oh, Betty. You'll never know, Betty, because you'll never be in that position. You don't have children. I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do this because now Betty's got me amped up. Betty's got me amped up. You ads. She runs. Oh, Boo and Betty here. Boo and Betty. Boo and Betty, go back home. Go back in your little bedroom and shut the door. Yeah, they are. They're having a special on boreholes at Target. Go get yourself one. Oh, my Lord. And these people are happy with what they put out. They're good with it. They can look in the mirror and look at themselves. I could have did that today. I could have did worse than what they did. Well, than what they did. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Because I couldn't look at myself. And people play you. And even everybody gets played. Because they have their own agendas.
We're happy happy Sunday. I hope
Oh,
you guys are having a wonderful day. As you know,
not
we've
when
been
I have to
talking about the
review.
Sebastian Rogers case for a significant amount of time. And as new information becomes available, we have discussions with it. Since
Okay.
it's Sunday, I really don't
Where did you travel to?
go live today.
Is there a Trump rally? Hey, Lisa. Hey, Lynn. Is there a Trump rally? Hey, Mystery. Is there a Trump rally anywhere? Because that's not our house. Sorry, but we know her backgrounds. I've reviewed her enough to know her backgrounds. There's got to be a Trump rally. I question her subs. How the F can you support Betty? What is wrong with you people? This could be your child missing, your family dragged, lied about, stalked about. Yeah, they have no idea. None. I've been in their shoes. It wasn't my son. It was my nephew. But I've watched his mother. I was there. We didn't come to social media for this reason. We didn't get no help from law enforcement until they found him. Then they wanted to help. There wasn't much left after a year. So there wasn't a whole lot, you know. So they have no clue. They have no clue. You can't wait for that knock on the door and that phone to ring. And then it comes to a point where you dread the knock on the door or that phone call. Because you know. These people have no idea. They have no idea. When your child is out there and you don't know where and you don't know what's going on, if they're being taken, you don't know. It rips your guts out. They don't know.
Okay. So I've really been trying to break this down in a few separate videos. I hope you've been enjoying the commentary.
Oh, no, never.
And I hope you guys are providing some comments below about your positions on this or what you think, because even though I'm not responding to them, I am reading them. So I want to hear what you guys have to say. Again, I hope you guys are having a wonderful and blessed Sunday. Please stick around for this video talking about some information related to Chris and Katie, and just trying to garner your responses and your commentary on how you feel about them or what you feel about the case. Where do you think Sebastian is? Where's Sebastian Rogers? We're here.
The thing is, you don't want no one to have an opinion or an idea. Because if they don't agree with you, they get kicked. They get kicked.
To seek
but I want to
justice
fast forward
for
this.
Sebastian.
Okay, a lot of the information that I've been listening to on your show coming from
So
Chloe.
this premiere, now this is what Betty's been doing. How she's not getting busted for, reused content is beyond me. Because she will do a video or a short, or what it is, her TikTok videos. She puts them on her YouTube channel, shoves them down her YouTube chat's throats. And then she'll go and do another video with the same exact thing and she just did. I don't get it. I don't get it. How many times you need to watch her do to say the same exact thing? Look, same thing. Drunken rant. You just watched that, right?
It's very sickening.
She just put this in her newest upload.
Disgusting, to be personally honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a very pissed off stepfather to this whole situation.
With social media, this is what social media does. Best friend.
Yeah, see, this is the same.
We are asking for the public's help.
Oh,
we are
Lord.
searching in the woods. We are doing what it takes here.
Okay, I'm going to ask you again. I've been asking you for a year and a fucking half. Who's we? Because you alone. Okay? You alone. Sometimes you have olive oil there. But, you know, she's just as bad as you. Who's we? And you don't do anything, Betty. You're not an investigator. You're not the media. Your fake printed up press pass has no credentials. That's why you can't get into anything. But yeah. You don't help. It's about me, my content. You could give two shits about these missing kids. They're your cash cows. When the cash cow dries up, you're on to the next.
on the Bullhorn Betty channels to find
Oh,
on
Jesus.
the news. I can tell you personally that I have traveled this entire country seeking these answers.
You have not traveled the entire country. You go between 2 or 3 states, Betty. Shut the hell up. You are as freaking delusional as they come. Girl, stop. We watch you. We know. I only watch you when I'm reviewing you. If I'm not reviewing it, I don't watch it. So there's that. But you don't travel the country, Betty. Most of your time is actually spent in Tennessee or where there's a Trump rally. But yeah.
And bringing that content right here to you here on the Bullhorn Betty channels and Bullhorn Betty Crime. Many
Oh my
answers to the
God.
public. And we have
Okay, this
defied
is lies, all lies about Sebastian Rogers. It's all about Betty.
mainstream media in our pursuit of the truth in these
Girl,
cases.
could you have at least...
We
Look,
will
I don't never knock your looks, but please comb your hair first. Thank you.
continue to work. We will continue to fight for these victims, and we will continue to tell their stories
You
here
have
on
never told a victim's story. You have lied. You have spread disinformation. You are always far off on any case you cover. You do very little research. You're not true crime, you're drama. You are all about the drama because you will throw that drama in there to get them numbers up. We know that.
on my channels. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty brand of channels.
Oh my God.
And more importantly, thank you for allowing me to bring these victims' stories to each and every one of you, advocating for each of these victims. God bless you.
You're not an advocate. You don't advocate for nobody but yourself. If you were truly an advocate, you were truly looking for these victims, you wouldn't be on here attacking the victims and their families. You wouldn't be streaming every step you make. You would just be out there looking. But you don't do that because it's all about content for you.
You, God bless America, and more importantly, God bless our victims.
Recordings just
Yikes. So
Hey, it's Dana
that
from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are
has
now
nothing to do with Sebastian.
All right, guys, it's nice to see you this afternoon. We've got some things to go over. As you guys know, I just dropped, it was a pretty long video for TikTok. It was almost 10 minutes. And it was only just a little slice of the interview Chris Proudfoot gave.
It was heavily edited
on Web Sleuths. I know I talked about it.
Yeah, it was heavily edited to fit your narrative, and it still didn't fit it. The man did not sound drunk. It was not a drunken rant. It was a father who is just fed up, who has had enough. That's what I got out of it.
This morning before church. However, you guys didn't have an opportunity to hear it. I know a lot of people over here don't really go over to YouTube, so I'm going to try to dissect it from the beginning because it's 2 hours long and just pull pertinent pieces out and try.
In other words, she's going to heavily edit it to fit her narrative because if she showed you the whole thing, then she wouldn't be able to, it wouldn't fit with what she's trying to spew. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Cold Case Crystal. Hey, Gina Marie. I know I missed somebody. I know I did. I'm sorry. See, Nikki? Hey, I'm trying to keep up here and trying to watch her too. And Mystery, if I didn't get you, hi.
Try to do some commentary on it. But again, I mean, we're finding out a little bit. Chris's demeanor, I think that displays the true Chris Proudfoot. I really do. You guys need to go back. I just dropped the video, I want to say within the last hour. Again, 9 minutes. I know it's pretty long, but you really want to hear his behavior, his mannerism, his everything. You know what I just realized? I think I got you guys still on.
Actually, Betty, if you really wanted them to hear the truth, you would share the link to Web Sleuth's video so they can go watch the video. It's in its entirety, not heavily edited like you did. Just saying.
And I don't know how to change it. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can change it. I think I got you guys on subscriber only still. Sorry. Yeah, I do. It's from this morning. There we go. You guys should be able to communicate now. Sorry about that. I had the stuff on
Oh, you
subscriber
gotta
only mode.
be kidding me, Skip to Milo. She puts up an anonymous comment stating that CP bought a new truck and a new RV. And she'll run with it. She will run with it like it's right out the Bible.
This morning, because our very first video of the morning is sponsored by our subscribers. There you guys are. It's nice to see you. I'm so sorry. Anyways, I'm Bullhorn Betty. We are covering the case of Sebastian Rogers. Sebastian Rogers is a missing 15-year-old autistic boy from Hendersonville, Tennessee. There's been a lot of scrutiny surrounding his mom and his stepfather, Katie Proudfoot and Christopher Proudfoot, and of course Seth Rogers.
No, the only scrutiny, if that's what you want to call it, is from pieces of shit like you. And Brittany J. And CJ. And Slimy's World. Oh gosh. Brooks. 111 True Crime. J is for Justice. And let's not forget Spanky Boy. I'm sure I'm leaving some out. There's so many. Criminal Gossiper. Yeah, that too.
He just wants to know where the heck his son is. He doesn't care what's going on. He just wants to see and hear.
What? Huh? He don't care about the drama and what's going on? Okay. He's starting a lot of the drama. But okay, whatever. I don't know what's in that coffee cup you drink in the mornings. But dear, it totally makes you delusional. You really need to put that cup down and walk away. Back up from the cup.
From his son. So they want us to quit being so mean to them. But their 15-year-old medically needy son is missing.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot tell us where their son is at.
Of course they can't. Hence, he's missing. Do you think that he woke mom up and said, hey, mom, I'm going to walk out the door here in 30 seconds. I'm going to go missing. But here's where I'm going to be at in case you need to find me. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you really freaking kidding me? Do I need a volume or something?
We turn around. They left the home that their son left from.
Oh.
They said, walk out the door.
Happens.
Then we find out.
Happens every day. Happens a lot of times a day. Teenagers do this. Yeah. They get lured away by strangers because these sickos know how to work these kids. Happens every day, Betty.
They're going to sell the home. We find them in a...
They're not selling the home. It is... Oh, shut the hell up. You stupid cow.
motorcycle shop, and we do not ever see them out. Really, actually.
They were there for reasons, Betty. And it doesn't matter. They're allowed to be there. Yeah, go figure. They're allowed to be there. Guess what? They're allowed to sit down and have a bite to eat. They're even allowed to get some sleep. She didn't leave her home willingly. She was chased out of her home. She had to leave her home for her own protection. That's disgusting. That is so freaking disgusting. But you're good with that. Because you don't see anything wrong with it. Because had you made it to Tennessee, you'd have been one of them idiots at that campground harassing them people.
Looking like they give a crap about their son. All I know is this is even if this is just way too much for two parents that are missing a son to be doing.
What exactly are they doing? What are they doing? I know what they're not doing. They're not going on 20,000 panels a day talking shit about the other parents, telling things about the child's life that we don't need to know, that isn't nobody's business, and is up to the child to talk about when he's ready, if he ever is. They're not attacking people. They're not threatening and harassing people. Oh, so exactly what are they doing? I get it. You don't feel that they're reacting the way you want them to react. Guess what, Betty? Don't freaking matter what you want. You're irrelevant. You are irrelevant in this whole story. Don't matter what you think. Everybody reacts to situations differently. We're all different. No two people are going to react the same. And that's okay. You don't know what they're doing. And that's what you can't handle. Because I know what I see when I see them two in an interview. I see a mother who's totally devastated. I see a dad who's trying his damnedest to protect her and hold it together for his family. Yeah, maybe he is angry. Maybe he's controlling. So what? So what at the end of the day? It's not about what he does. It's about Sebastian. I see devastated parents. All they want is their child home. All of them. All three of them.
This time for everything else. Like literally everything else. When are people that are, trying to support them start being outraged? I'm just
outraged.
I guess I'm still a little dumbfounded.
You're dumbfounded.
When are people going to start being like, really, like, enough's enough? Like, when are their own supporters going to be like, this is getting pretty ridiculous?
Huh.
I mean, just think of it. I know their supporters got to be moms and dads. Are you going to tell me that you'd literally be out shopping at a motorcycle shop if your child was missing, and you're going to give them a free pass and say, oh my gosh,
How many times do you gotta be told they weren't shopping for a freaking motorcycle, you dumb cow? And you know what? So freaking what if they were? But they weren't. They were trying to actually set up a rally for their child. Bike run rally. They were posting flyers, Betty. Oh, remember your jeans theory that I blew out of the water? Yeah. You already tried that. But okay.
Everybody grieves differently. You're right, we do. But
they're not grieving. He's not deceased. They're not grieving. In that sense. Why are you saying that? I know why. Because you already outright called him a murderer. I know. I reviewed it. It's on my channel.
Most people are out searching for their kid before they think about a motorcycle shop. I mean, I don't know. Anyways, in this interview,
again with the damn motorcycle shop. Before the motorcycle shop, they went to a restaurant, sat down and ate. My God, it's a call law. Have them arrested. They ate food. Not allowed to eat food. Don't you get hungry? Are you fucking kidding me?
In this interview, you guys will see that, and I didn't even that is literally just the beginning. We hadn't even started talking about some real matters.
It's the grief of him missing. Yes. Not grieving as if he's gone. Hey, Becca. Exactly. She put that as her freaking backdrop for this video.
Of the heart with this case in that interview, and you just see his demeanor. He's just an a-hole. Okay, I'm trying to keep it clean. It's Sunday. But he's just an a-hole. He really is just an a-hole. And
what, you dumb twat? He may very well be an a-hole. He has a reason to. He has a missing child. What's your fucking reason? No, I didn't turn on monetization for this video because I knew I was going to get mad. There's no reason to turn it on because it's just going to be put in yellow and it's not coming out the yellow. But what's your fucking reason, Betty? Other than that you're a freaking clown. You're a rude piece of shit. take that damn backdrop down. Number one, you're going to believe a comment for somebody who says anonymous? Do you have any proof to back up what you got as your screen? You sure don't. Betty, do you even own a mirror? I think I need to send you a mirror. Maybe that would help. Maybe if you actually had to look at yourself. Nah, never mind. It wouldn't help. It wouldn't matter.
He got so offended over stupid stuff, just like asking, was this a normal weekend? He blew a gasket.
No.
He absolutely blew a freaking gasket. It took 15 minutes just to get him to say no, he wasn't overstimulated. It's insane. It's insane. He was combative. He was rude. He talked down to people. He was insulting. He sounded like
he was a father who has had enough, has met his breaking point, who shouldn't have to deal with none of this on top of dealing with having a missing child. So you can give man a little grace. You really can. But you won't. Because right out the gate, you've been harping on the fact that he's the stepdad. Y'all made up your minds before you heard anything. You still have no evidence of anything. But you're happy to run with it. But you're true crime, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
he was under either alcohol or maybe some other substances.
What?
So
wait a minute. You got the wrong parent there. Okay? Sorry. Not trying to throw shade. Oh, Tori, thank you. I appreciate that. You got the gifted membership. Please thank Tori and welcome to Poolside. And while you all are at it, please hit that like button. I'd like to get in the algorithm. The more people that see what these tragedy vultures do, it may help. Maybe they'll quit their tragedy vultures. Who knows? Hey, Aurora. How dare you? How dare you put an allegation out there about a man you've never met? Oh, thank you again, Tori. Wow. Thank you. Welcome to Poolside. And the pool is in full use for the season. You burn quick down here, so better use high sunscreen. Little tip, don't put baby oil in it. Tori, thank you. Wow, thank you so much. You don't put a little baby oil in it and lay out in this hot Florida sun, because it'll fry you like a fried potato and very quickly. A bag of gummies safer on the body than a million. Yeah, my husband was joking. He does, because I was yelling at Betty. And Sir Duke, my cat, he can't stand Betty's voice, and he is sitting here clawing the hell out of my knees, actually bleeding. Ouch, because he is clawing the hell out of me. He cannot stand Betty's voice. Oh, thank you, Tori. I appreciate you being here and supporting me in the channel. Thank you. Hey, Patricia. I know, Duke. I know. I'm playing the person you don't like the most. I know you don't. His tail's going 100 miles an hour. He does not like this voice. But how dare you put out an allegation like that about a parent? And also, it's the wrong parent. Sorry, but it is what it is. Oh, you putting them to bed? Oh, they have school. Okay, give me hugs and kisses. It's a school night. Don't be upset. Don't be upset. Mama loves you. I love you. I love you, baby. Sweet dreams. You brush your toothbrush and brush your hair? Okay. Wow. My husband's putting the kids to bed. Yeah, I have such a great husband. He's so sweet. I didn't even realize it was our bedtime. And they probably would have liked that, but they have to go to bed because they have to get up so early. And they're little. They, 6 and 8, they need their sleep. I tell them they need beauty sleep. Hey, I was impressed this morning. They slept in after 7 o'clock. That's a holiday here. That is a holiday here. Because they're usually up at 6. But especially my little one, my 6-year-old. He thinks because the sun comes up, he should come up too.
we have all of this going on, and then we, of course, see this, right? And so some of the people are going out here and making some comments like, I don't understand, why are we constantly hearing from Chris and Seth but not Katie? Katie was the only one there when Sebastian went missing. The public is calling people out and saying, look, produce Katie. She needs to tell us what's going on here, because let's face it, she's the only one apparently that was there, right? She removed Chris. Nobody else was there. I see some questions here.
Oh, so now you're admitting Chris wasn't home, because you have stood fast that he was. And even after the PI said it was confirmed that he was nowhere near there, you spun that around and said, oh, well, between that time and this and 5:45, he went back there. And you remember all that, Betty? I do, because I reviewed you.
Angela says, that's what I'm saying. I hope and pray for Sebastian is found soon. I think we all are. I think we all just want to know.
No, you don't.
No matter.
Betty, you have never wanted one iota of a positive outcome in this story from the get-go. You called this man a murderer. You said he was a murderer.
Or what the outcome is, I think we all just want to know. I think poor Seth, he deserves some closure. And I would say,
okay, number one, it's none of your business what goes on between them and Seth. And you know what? Katie nor Chris owe you a damn thing. They don't owe none of us a damn thing. They really, truly don't.
The rest of them, but I think they all know. I even think the Bauer Sox know. He would have never talked to me like that during an interview. No. Oh, no. No siree. No siree. You seen them on Nancy Grace? Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
They were being attacked. Did you read that chat, Betty? Did you read the things that were being said? That PI, Chloe, had put out things. She wasn't on Nancy Grace. You're talking about a whole different scenario here. All right? And Betty, you're a keyboard warrior. Because face to face, I would bet money you cower. That I know you do. You know how I know you do? Remember months ago, before your buddy Molly got kicked off? Remember how a bunch of you ran from one little woman? From one little woman. There was you. There was Molly. There was Mallory. Who else was with them? There was somebody else with them. Y'all ran like the cowards you really are. You wouldn't face anybody face to face. And they weren't even there for you. They were there for Molly. Yeah. Got your number, Betty. You're tough when there's a group around you. But when you're alone, oh no. And that I would bet money on. Because I've seen it. Just saying.
The new camper is
I
interesting.
know I'm playing her. I'm sorry.
It is, Loretta. It's very
I'm
interesting.
here. You're okay.
My personal opinion, I feel both men always sound intoxicated.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I don't know. When I look at Seth, though, because I like seeing Seth, this is where we have a problem, because we don't see Chris, right? Seth at least shows his face and everything. When you kind of look at his face, because they usually do a close-up of his face, he looks exhausted, though. Chris, on the other hand, you can't see his face, and I doubt he was exhausted. He kind of sounded like, but I get what you're saying.
How the hell would you know? How the hell? Who do you think you are that you can say stuff like that? All them parents are physically, mentally beyond exhausted, Betty. Do you think it's any different for them than it is for Seth? Stop it. Y'all want this wedge to be even wider. Congratulations, you've reached new lows. I never think that's possible with you, but every day you surprise me. You have no idea. But to get on here and allege that man was on substances, you're disgusting. Dookie doo, I can't keep feeding you treats. You're already really kind of a tub of telly. And I'm already going to catch hell because you No, I don't take none of that. My chat will take you serious. Stop. They don't know you're joking. He said he'd like to give Betty a bottle of humor's antics. Oh my God. I think Betty needs to get a Florida medical card and partake. I think it might help her. I really think it might help her a little bit. You know, who knows? It can't do any worse. But my husband, my cat just, I have to bribe him with treats to quit calling me because he freaks out about her voice, especially when she cackles. Oh my God, my cat loses it.
Okay, because she has too much guilt, probably. They said before that playing all.
Of course they have guilt, and not because they did anything, but because as a parent, which is something you would know nothing about, you never think you do enough. That's all it would be about. Not because she did anything. Are you stupid? Are you really stupid? You really are stupid. You don't get it.
All day was the only way Sebastian slept good. He was exhausted. Yeah, I think Seth was pretty exhausted.
He's not the only one. Just saying.
Going to Hendersonville a little bit. I'm trying. I'm still waiting for my computer, but I did get a notification that it was all programmed and they were going to be mailing it. It's coming UPS ground. So
okay, but if it's only in Homestead, I know where that is from where you live. You could have drove there, picked it up, been home, had it in, and been on the road. I'm confused with all that, but okay, Betty.
Hoping to have it before now, but just as everything else has been, it's a hurry up and wait situation. But as soon as I get,
and I question it being pre-programmed. You need to take it to her. Never mind. You're not going to take no advice. Trust me, you're not. But I know because I just put out $3,000 on a vehicle. So yeah, keep it up. Your sub's going. Never mind. You'll see. Okay, Betty. You'll see.
Get the car up and running, so I don't like a broken record. Yeah, I'm still planning on going out there.
For what? For what? What purpose is there for you to go to Tennessee? Exactly what? I know. Didn't somebody offer to pay all your expenses if you went, Betty? Yeah. Give you a nice little chunk of money? Yeah. I know all about it, Betty.
I have not given up hope on this case. And so now we start getting some other comments. And this is all in a Facebook group. You know, I just kind of wanted to see what people.
Oh my God, she's running again with the JLR Facebook groups. That is her sources of information. Besides Spanky Boy. And Spanky Boy, his 9 p.m. crap he's put, which has been proven to be false. It's been debunked. Even by Seth's own PI, it was debunked. You think they changed that up? No, not at all. Not at all. Twisted it some more and went even harder at it.
Thoughts were, and I'm not the only one that thought, he was under the influence of something. And this one says it's so obvious.
Who's under the influence? He was not. He sounded like a very fed up father. That's what he sounded like. And I really don't think he meant any disrespects to Web Sleuths. I think his frustration and anger was at everything they've had to endure the last 50, 60 days. And with the PI. I don't think it was aimed at Web Sleuths at all. Just saying. And, I know a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but honestly, I don't think she did a bad job. I don't. Try to be in her shoes on that panel. And that wasn't planned. That was not planned. She was not expecting all them to come up. It was supposed to be the PI. She also wasn't expecting over 3,000 people in chat. And, you can slam creators all you want saying, oh, well, you can handle it. You should be able to handle it. No. It until it happens to you, don't say that. Because you don't know how you'd handle it either.
Chris was drunk,
Hey,
slurring
Rachel.
his words, sounded like
He was not drunk. He was not slurring his words. He was upset. He was emotional.
I can't read that. It's right behind it. Sounded like Sylvester the cat from Looney Tunes.
Hey, little Irish girl.
Funny, but not funny. So where was Katie again? I bet I can answer.
Oh, I wish I had the THC. I had a little bit stashed, but I stashed so well that I can't find it because I hide everything. I'm terrified that, my kids might find out someday. Even though I'm legal, I have a card. Hey, Remy. Hey, Patricia. I can't find it. So I've been THC-less, and it's starting to show. It's starting to show. I'm going to have to hit up the dispensary. At least now they're having a sale, so that'll make it easier. But first, my doggy goes to the vet.
Answer that. Drunk and passed out. I bet I'm right. Wow.
He's still laying down. Oh, he's up walking. Oh, that wasn't good. He only made it a couple feet and right back down. Oh. Oh, God, I cannot handle this. My husband, he's going to lose it. Oh. The vet has got to give us good news tomorrow. He's just got to.
Oh, wow. Wow. So there's some cracks forming here, and people are taking to their opinions to the groups. Chris, this is a lot. If you guys have not watched that interview, you should go watch it. I posted it on my TikTok. It's a 9-minute video.
That's not the interview, Betty. Stop misleading your audience. That is not the interview. That is heavily edited footage from the interview. The entire interview, which you refuse to tell people, is on Web Sleuths. If you want to see the true facts of the interview, if you would like to see everything that happened, please go to Web Sleuths and watch it. Do not, please, do not use Betty's as facts. It's not factual at all.
Oh, and you can hear, and Chris was all about, let me be crystal clear. Let me even be crystal clearer.
Okay, what's wrong with that, Betty? He's sick of it. He's fed up. You're not funny. You're actually freaking gross. Do you understand? You're gross.
Funny, but not funny.
There was nothing funny about that. There was nothing funny about any of it, Betty. I seen a father just fed up, just wore down, totally wore down. And sadly, they came to the public for help to find their son. The things he said about his marriage and his life having nothing to do with it is none of y'all's business is very true. It's not. The stuff that has been put out here that should not have been put out here is not none of our business. People's divorces from 15 years ago have nothing to do with this. Sebastian is lost in all this because of people like you. The only person that matters is Sebastian Rogers, the 15-year-old who is missing. That's who matters. Have you showed his flyer, Betty? Have you? I haven't seen it. Have you said, I pray to God he's returned home safe? Haven't heard that. I've heard you call the man a murderer. Heard you say they should be in jail. For what, I don't know. I know, Sir Duke. I know you don't like her. I'm sorry. We're almost done with her. Don't worry.
We got a 15-year-old child here missing.
What's his name?
And he's all about getting crystal clear, so his reputation.
No. God damn you idiot. It's not about his reputation. God, you were
is salvaged.
speeding you up.
Meanwhile, it's almost like a half an hour into the interview before he even says Sebastian's name for the first time. And I don't even think he calls him Sebastian. I don't remember. It was just, I don't know.
You don't remember because you didn't watch it all. What you did, and I also bet money on this. I bet you didn't really watch it at all. You went through long enough to grab a couple clips to make your narrative. That's all you did. That's all you did. You didn't hear anything because you didn't use them ears. I don't know why you have them, because you don't use them.
So Chris says, or this poster says, Chris, let me make this crystal clear for you. Katie is a grown woman. Let her speak for herself. You was not there, remember? Because he's taking this role as this person, you know, this spokesperson for the family. Yet he's been proclaiming he was 3.5 hours away and has.
He's her husband. He's her protector.
No earthly idea what could have possibly happened. And
What
Katie's
are
been
you doing
saying
on the
basically
table?
she's the only one that has been alone
What are you
with her
doing?
son from the time that they left
What do you
the
want?
house from dropping off snacks
What do you want?
to 6
Sylvia?
a.m. the next morning when he was
Hmm?
reported missing.
What do you want?
6:33, I should say, if we want to be factual and accurate. Okay, I got two of the same one. Another one. People pick it up on the crystal clear. Let me make this crystal clear. In my opinion, Chris, Katie, and Mommy Dearest know where Sebastian is,
Wow.
period. One of my biggest...
Why are you even reading this stuff? Why are you making a video about these comments? Are you really that desperate for content?
questions that I had was whether or not Chris
Yeah,
helped
Chris.
his case or hurt his case. I'm starting to feel
Hey,
like every time
Patricia.
Chris and Katie go on an interview, I think they distract from Sebastian more than they actually
Oh my
help,
God,
in my
they
opinion,
do
because
not.
we all aren't buying into their BS, I think is really the nuts and bolts of it. We're not buying into their BS. And
What BS exactly? When they try to talk about Sebastian, they get accused of making fun of him, of being ashamed of him. No matter what these people do, they can't win. They can't win.
and they're having an absolute breakdown because of it.
Mm.
Spectrum Mobile's new deal is so good it's a
Oh
work
my
of art.
God.
Love the minimalism.
I'm going to even
Yeah.
speed her up
Unlimited
more
mobile
because
for
it's getting on my nerves.
Does anyone have any doubt Chris and Katie Proudfoot knows what happened to Sebastian Rogers after listening to him last night on Web Sleuth, after listening to him on Web Sleuth Saturday night? I personally don't think that interview helped him. I think it showed a much more frazzled, a much more worrisome. You can see the pressure is building. We have to imagine, like he was trying to proclaim that he passed his polygraph test. Well, if he passed his polygraph test and they truly have eliminated him as a person of interest, I don't know why law enforcement is still saying that the parents are still persons of interest in this matter, or have not been cleared, not persons of interest, have not been cleared in this matter, and that all stuff is.
Guess what, Betty? Law enforcement doesn't owe you a damn thing. And they're not going to come out with nothing. Because it's an active, open investigation. I believe he took the polygraph. I believe he passed it. I believe that Seth knows that and has known that. There you go. There you have it.
On the table, but the only problem they're having right now is the fact that they have no evidence a crime has been committed. And
You're
I
right,
say
Lynn.
BS, because in my opinion, the lack of evidence is the most damaging evidence. This is a 15-year-old autistic boy that walked out without shoes. Where is the scent? There's a scent that goes over to the construction
Hey,
site
Darby.
where it just vanishes. For people in true crime, that means he was put in something and removed, i.e. most likely a vehicle, some type of motor vehicle.
I can't. I think that I'm hoping that someone, I wish I knew an expert with the dogs. Because I can look it all up and tell you all about it. Hey, Skull Girl. But that wouldn't matter. Let me make this very clear, Bets. No one is entitled to shit. Not from LE, and certainly not from the family. People really need to cut the entitlement out. You're spot on, Remy. Spot on. Hey, Becca. Hey, Darby, in case you didn't hear me. I would like to hear from an expert that works with the dogs. You know, because Oh my God. She's trying to make you think that they're the ones that took him out of that home. I don't believe that. I have my theories, but at the end of the day, what I think, you just had to lay on them papers, didn't you? I don't get that with you. You are such, you know what, Kat? You are entitled. I am sorry, but you are entitled. Oh, and by the way, Sue, I love my cup, and I'm using the hell out of it. And it really keeps my tea cold. I love it.
Picked him up or transported him elsewhere. He was removed from that area. There are many people that believe he's nearby. There are many people.
You think. You think. Wow. But not the way you're talking about. Not the way you're thinking.
Believe that he's further out. I'm kind of in the middle of the road. I believe something happened to him at the hands of Katie or Chris Proudfoot. I don't know which. And I believe that they had to have help from family. And I believe if he made it to work at 5:15, it really puts our search area more in the Gallatin area, which was actually suggestions from some of the people.
Betty, he wasn't at home that night, Betty. He was 3.5 hours away. That's been proven. Even the PI came out and said that. It's confirmed where Chris was. Even if law enforcement came out and confirmed the same thing, you still wouldn't believe it. Can I ask you what evidence you have that proves that they did anything? I'll wait. I've been waiting. You never show no evidence or nothing. Nothing. Law enforcement has said they don't suspect foul play with the family, Betty. You're an idiot.
Here on TikTok and my YouTube page. The reason why I'm kind of opening that up a little bit, and I haven't really been sharing my maps because I was wanting to get out there. I haven't been able to make it out there yet, but I really think that
as I told you a little while ago, they are still running with the fact, and Justin Spanky Boy, CP explained that all the doors were locked and every door but the front door is a key lock. The front door has a keypad, so it automatically locks behind. Yeah, I heard that part. But I told you a little while ago that even though it's been debunked, they're still running with that theory that Chris was home. It's been proven he wasn't. I've known all along he wasn't. I've not doubted what they said. There's no evidence to show me anything else, and until there is, I'm not accusing them of anything. Any of the parents. Hey, it's me, Amberly. Seth acts like he hasn't spoken to Chris about things, and I can imagine how frustrating that is. Yeah. Hey, John. She really thinks Katie carried a 15-year-old all the way to the Yeah. Yeah.
That area would really work with the timeline. It would work with really everything. It would work
with
the free.
What timeline? What timeline? Chris was not there. He was 3.5 hours away.
O'clock in the morning, because I'm starting to believe that's when they're coming back, not when they're actually leaving. So I'm starting to look at different avenues when it comes to this case, and I really truly believe that this boy is further out because I feel like we're dealing with smarter people here that are going to be doing different types of stuff than your, barely made it through high school criminal.
You mean like you?
So we have to look at that avenue as well, and that's really what I'm trying to do. But everything, Chris's behavior, Katie's behavior, it doesn't really look good. But it is Sunday, and I do evaluate a lot of stuff. And we were talking about a case earlier in our live.
We want to be there for those we love, even after we're gone. AARP
you know what she said about the lie detector test?
Trial proceedings have been
what the hell
streamed
happened?
Live on the court's YouTube channel and
why
open for
would
public
that
access.
go?
Why
did it jump ahead?
Hey guys, Bullhorn Betty here. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day.
This
As you know,
wanky. I can't believe it just did that. But I told you, I reviewed the live where she said that it was okay that Seth didn't pass his polygraph. It's okay. That doesn't mean anything. However, she said that if Chris and Katie passed theirs, it would matter because they were military and they would know how to pull a lie detector test. You're not taught how to pull a lie detector test in basic training. Okay? But I don't know why YouTube just did that. It's been, I don't know if it's StreamYards or YouTube. But that
This
was
one
weird.
here is a fifth wheel, but most trucks that have the fifth wheel, it's inside the bed of the truck. But they also have the hitch
Where were
capabilities.
we?
Most trucks have both. And the other from an anonymous poster. It is from an anonymous poster. I have to hitch
And you're
capabilities.
posting
Most trucks have both. And the other one it appeared to be on a hitch, not a fifth wheel. Let me put it back up here if I can.
Where the hell did we leave off? Why did it jump ahead? We were further than this. Wait a minute. Alright. I don't know.
Think for herself, and being a mother of a missing child, I absolutely believe she can smell BS when it comes to somebody that's dealing with this more than anybody else. And she still did not want to, she still wants to give people the benefit of the doubt. And I get it. I really do get it. But, a few other people were basically, based on the interview and stuff like that, asking about the biggest winner from last night. And they truly
Lenny, you got a point there. He should not have been allowed to take it. Any reputable examiner would not have done that test. But he proceeded to take it and he fell asleep. I have my own opinions on that. But again, my opinions don't matter. But I do know one thing. Any reputable examiner would have not given him that test. He also knew he had to take that test. Did it stop him from... No. It's messed up.
I believe it was the PIs and the moderators. The moderators, it appeared, did a great job.
And yes,
it was
there are certain medications that wouldn't have a bearing on the test. However,
hard because Chris really just wants everybody to be his friend. He doesn't want anybody saying anything bad about him at all. He's got this fragile ego, this fragile facade. He's just not a good guy, in my opinion.
Okay, your opinion is worth shit. How do you know anything about this man? You don't know him. You speak as if you know these people, like if you've been in their home and you've hung around them. You don't know anything about these people, Betty. Oh my God.
Okay, I see him. He's a dime a dozen. I warn women about men like him all the time. And I got to tell you, this scares me. This scares me. This scares me. I don't know where Sebastian is. I don't know when he's going to be found. I don't know if he's going to be found.
And who warns people about you? He doesn't have a record. He doesn't have arrest for DV charges, Betty. Just saying. Just saying.
And we are already hearing from law enforcement that the leads have dried up, which means he's already getting into a cold case.
Yeah, they were supposed
for forensics to...
You're right, Hope. Nancy was supposed to bring him back up and they were going to do the lie detector results. And zip, nothing. Yeah, who warns men about women like her? Exactly.
Come back and things like that. But if those forensics do not find anything, guys, Sebastian's a cold case until we can start strumming up some more leads or find him. And that's where we're at. And Chris and Katie could give two flying you-know-whats. And it's sad. And I feel so bad for this.
What?
Boy. I really do. I really do. But you know
what? Do you have any working brain cells? Oh, Sleeping Tater Tots, thank you so much. Wow. You guys are killing me tonight. Oh my God, thank you. Wow. Welcome to Poolside, everybody. Please thank Sleuthing for your gifted membership. Thank you so much. Wow.
What? Once again, it just really irked.
And look at my Sir Duke just laying there being all good because I let him lay on the kids' school papers. It's so funny. The kids will be coloring on the floor. You open up a coloring book where you lay a piece of paper down. That cat thinks you laid it down for him to lay on it, and he goes and plops right down on it. And they'll be like, "Mommy, Kathy, I can't color. Dookie won't move."
Me to no end that they just can't quit shopping. They just
quit
can't stop.
You're really gonna run with this and believe this idiot? Are you freaking kidding me? Betty, this is why nobody takes you seriously in true crime. Because any reputable true crime channel would not run with this crap.
They can't look for their child, but they can go look for every single thing else.
Oh my God.
Motorcycles.
Betty, they are working with law enforcement. They are doing exactly what law enforcement tells them to do. They are doing everything they can to find their child. Doesn't have to be what you want them to do, because it doesn't matter what you want.
You know, everybody's saying they're not selling their home. I'm sorry, but it sounds like they are. They've been staying someplace else.
Oh my God, I cannot fucking handle her. If they were selling their home, there would be an MSL listing. There is no listing for that home. Not even a pocket listing, Betty. There's no listing for that home, you dumb dits. You know this is not even misinformation. This is outright disinformation. And you don't care. You're a disgusting human being.
And it ain't their mom's house.
And by the way, even though my banner's up, this is fair use, and it is covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. It says I can use it for entertainment purposes, educational purposes, criticism, you know, all the above.
So I don't know what's going on. I really don't.
And you're right
This
here
ain't
running
good.
your mouth.
So get over there, check out my 9-minute video. See, it's Sunday. You got nothing better to do. You might as well watch it and look at his demeanor. It's kind of disgusting. It really is.
No,
But I think
please don't go watch it. Please don't go by what she's telling you. If you want to see the true video, go to Web Sleuth and watch the real video. Not the heavily edited footage that this bullhorn witch put out.
he's under the influence of either substances or alcohol during that interview.
Oh my God. I'm telling you what, Betty. You can be sued so badly. And I really hope that they do that. I really hope that they come after people like you. You're putting out there that this man is under substances. This man works a major crane for a living. Do you know what rumors like that could do to his career, to his job? But you wouldn't care. You'd be out here cockling like a cock-a-doodle-doo if you got another guy fired from a job site, wouldn't you, Betty? You're good at getting people fired.
Let me just see if I can read some other comments to see if there's anything else that I'm missing.
Me too.
Why? I have no idea, and I don't have a clue why they're buying new stuff. Waterboarding shouldn't be outlawed.
You don't know if they bought anything. And if they did, so freaking what? The man travels for work. He actually lives in the camper while he's working. So what if they did? You jealous because you can't buy one? Is that it? You jealous of what they have? You know why they have what they have? Because they work for it. They have jobs. Jobs. Something you don't know nothing about. Something you don't know nothing about.
Hey, you know what? Like I said, we have too many bleeding hearts in our country. You know what? We rule the roost. The people rule the roost. And quite frankly, me personally, I think we shelter our people. For us to be us being one of the most freest countries in the world, I think we shelter our own people from a lot entirely too much.
Jane, I hope so. They say, but it all comes back at you.
I think it makes them more vulnerable.
I'm going to check and see if that transcript's ready yet from court, because we need to go over that.
I mean, we're even censored on these platforms. If we say something wrong, we could lose our for telling the truth, literally telling you about a criminal act that happened and literally reading verbatim a court record. I could lose my channel here on TikTok because it's something I might read might be too graphic for our audience here. Too graphic. Court records can be too graphic.
Yes, they can be, you dumb dits. It's a transcript of the trial of what happened. Yes, they can be very graphic. I know you were too happy to read some really, I mean, that was one of the worst affidavits that I ever seen in the Soto case. And you were too happy to read it all.
In my opinion, I think everybody should be required to see the atrocities of this country. And hopefully maybe it'll deter somebody. I don't know.
Yeah, John, I'm going to check again to see if they're ready yet. If the transcripts are available, I'll check first thing in the morning. If they are, I will get them ASAP and we will go over them. Hopefully it won't cost an arm and a leg. It shouldn't. It's not that much, hopefully. It wasn't that much. Wasn't that long of a hearing, but you know, I don't know. Shouldn't take too long to get them if they're ready. But you know, that depends too on what the vet says. Charges tomorrow. But my doggy's got to go. He's got to go. Because I do think he had a stroke last night.
People saying, I don't think that's his truck.
I just Googled why women have rounded shoulders. What did it say? What did it say? I thought she was temp banned from TikTok. She started another account. Oh, she got her live shut down because she was driving while live or something. And I guess you're not allowed to do that on TikTok. And they shut her live down, so she came and went live on YouTube. Yeah, I didn't know that made her banned for long, but yeah, I don't know. It's not looking good, man. He's his back legs he doesn't seem to be in any pain, but he's falling. His back legs just keep going. He's real unsteady, and yeah, he's not himself either. But he's eating, and he ate. I gave him roast and carrots. You know, he had a good dinner. But yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping. My husband has been a mess, and that's his baby. Those two. My husband calls the dog in the evening from work, and I hold the phone to the dog's ear so the dog can hear him. It's gonna. Oh, I can't, man.
I think that's his truck. It is from an anonymous poster. I have to find the picture out when they're out front in the camper with the other trailer. I think I might actually have that in here. Give me a second, guys. Let me just see what
My vet is so sweet. My vet is actually going in early just so he can see Bubba right away. And then, of course, if Bubba gets any worse, you know, if he would have gotten any worse, we'd have driven to the emergency clinic and sold our kids to pay them. But, you know, or I'd have, you know, sold my cat, Sir Duke, because I'd probably get enough for him. But I was joking about that. I probably shouldn't have used that because of these people on YouTube. But you get what I meant. My vet just didn't think that unless he gets worse or seems like he's in pain or just, you know, something, you know, he didn't see the need to drive all that way to the emergency clinic and pay $500 just to walk in the door. That doesn't include anything else, but I'd do it if need be, you know, because that's my baby. But he seems to be, and he really enjoyed his shower. It relaxed him, and he just was thrilled because he loves a shower. That dog will stay in that shower every day if you let him. But he was so happy to get his shower, and he loved it, and it relaxed him, and he's just, I don't know, man. He's not even that old. He's like, we're guessing 13 because they just guesstimated his age at 3 when we rescued him. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm hoping for the best. It's gotta be positive. I don't want to let my mind go there. But I will not let my baby suffer. He deserves better than that. Granny's watching had once brought in a kitten that she found on the side of the road. And they ended up euthanizing and expected her to put the bill. Like, yeah, they do. It's expensive. Emergency vets are freaking outrageous. It probably, if I would have had to take him there, it would have easily been over $1,000. Easily. Between the blood work, x-ray, then there's the big, huge fee just for the emergency service. Yeah. And tomorrow it's still going to be a killer, but it's not going to be as bad, because there's going to have to be blood work. There's going to have to be x-rays. Of course, they're going to want to x-ray his back, hips, and stuff, but the blood work's going to be all important. And that's a couple $100 just for blood work. I do know because, I don't know. It could be that, the heart damage from the heartworm is finally caught up to him. I don't know. I'm hoping that, they give me some medicine. He's going to be all better because I'm not ready to let my baby go. And I know my husband's not. No. Oof. That's going to be rough. But I don't know. His eyes don't look. His pupils are so freaking huge. They don't. I don't know. But I know he enjoyed his dinner because I make a good roast. Not tooting my own horn, but I make a good roast. The shit melts in your mouth. And he had a big old slab of roast, some carrots. He was just thrilled. And I feel bad even talking about this because I know Hope lost her baby not too long ago. And yeah. And I know, Queen just lost her dog. And to hear that sick shit Sinner was saying really pissed me off. But, yeah.
We got here. We might be able to clear that up right away.
This dog's like our kid, though. No, our animals, they're not animals to me. They're my kids. But one thing I do know is we rescued him from a horrible situation and we've given him a good life. He's had a good life. That I do know.
Boy, actually. I don't know. It looked like a darker color, but look at the spokes. The spokes look about the same, though. Let's just look at
Are
how many
you
spokes.
really going to sit here and compare their camper? Are you that desperate, Betty? Wow.
What's that? We got. Can anybody count this? What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on. I can't even blow it up. I'm trying to blow it up on my phone. I'm trying to. Like 4 on the bottom, maybe 9 spokes? No, because it looks like there's 4 on the bottom and 5. 1, 2,
Eddie,
3.
he did not get a new truck. It's the same truck. Sorry to burst your bubble. And it's a work truck, Betty.
Like 5 on top. 9? Maybe 9? I don't know. 1.
Yeah, Remy, the cost
I don't think those are the same spokes, guys.
Not going to be easy.
I think somebody did bring up a valid point here. And I've got to keep going back up here. You're going to have to give me a second. I can't put them side by side while I'm live. Let's look at the spokes. But the problem is this. Let's see if I got one even maybe closer.
But you know what? I love that dog. And he means more to me. I'll make it work. I don't want him. As long as he's going to be okay, I'm good with that. I don't know.
I only got the one. Ooh, nope, here.
I'm starting to get upset and I don't want to cry.
Definitely different. I think somebody might be trolling. Somebody might be onto something here. Because those don't look like the same spokes at all, in my opinion. I'll have to leave that up there. Yeah, well, this one here is a fifth wheel. But most trucks that have the fifth wheel, it's inside the bed of the truck. But they also have the hitch capabilities. Most trucks have both. And the other one it appeared to be on a hitch, not a fifth wheel.
Okay. Well, shut up, Betty.
Back up here if I can. Where is it? Hold on a second, guys.
Oh, Nikki, sorry.
Yeah, see, I don't think those are the same spokes. But I can't tell from that far away. That doesn't look like the same spokes. But it does kind of look like the same truck. Completely different truck. So there you have it, folks. His truck is blue. Yeah, but sometimes, and I don't trust cameras because...
He's a Brendel Pitt mix. He's 78 pounds. He's a big boy. He's beautiful coloring, though. Beautiful coloring. Thank you, Patricia. I appreciate that. She needs the rounded shoulder blubber holders. Oh, my Lord. Power in the word, yeah. Yeah, hey, Kim. My baby. Over the entertainment center, a lot of YouTubers and bloggers are being sued for slander. Maybe it'll become a trend in the Chroma community. It might be headed that way. Oh, Lynn, thank you. Oh, Nikki, I don't know what's going on. I didn't up far in chat, but I'm sorry. I lost my baby. I just love up one of the other fur babies. I can't afford another. Yeah. I always say I'm not going to get another. Then there's another one that needs rescued. And I have to. Bubba would have lasted 72 hours before they euthanized him. I couldn't let that happen. These animals don't ask to be born. They don't ask to be... They're innocent. They don't ask to be neglected and abused. You know, it breaks my heart. I can't. Oh. Hey, Ducking Fox. I have been so scared taking my baby to the vet, and I have made it back with good news, slow relief, even when I thought it had to be bad. Full recoveries, that's amazing. Yeah, I'm going to keep that because this dog is strong. This dog is strong. She should get shoulder pads and then those stirrup pants from the 80s and 90s. She probably already has them. Oh, Mickey. I'm sorry. Yeah, who cares if they did? It's a work vehicle. It could be a company vehicle. They swap them out all the time. Who cares? She's completely vengeful. She is. She is. Match her attire. Soul shoulder pads match her attire. I love it when Crimes and Passion gets on her about her attire. She cracks me up. Stirrup pants. Oh my gosh. I remember when they were hot. I know I used to have a lot of them. With your heels. Yeah. People are stalking their neighborhood. They are. They really, truly are. And I can get the frustration. Hey, Brittany. I can. My goddaughters, when the day we went to meet him, they called him Bubbalicious, and that's just been his name. He came home with us. They felt the minute that dog jumped up and licked their faces, I knew it was over with. The dog was coming home with us, even though I swore I was not getting another dog because we just lost our Leonardo, and I didn't want another one. It was heartbreaking, but that dog was the last thing, that physical connection of my son, because he's the one that rescued him and his brother, and my son had his brother. But yeah, and then he licked my daughter's faces, and I knew it was all over with. He was coming home with us, and he did. He's been here ever since, and he's a good dog. He really is a good dog. Yeah, I have Nardos. My kitties are buried in the yard. Yeah. Damien's and Samson's. Samson was, he loved the mountain, the freedom, and that put him, because that's what he loved. Damien, his same way, but I don't know, Leonardo's I haven't been able to let go of yet.
Because sometimes in shades, shadows, angles, and stuff like that, doing this all the time, the color, it's dark. That's why they always say they never really like to attach color, because depending on lighting and angles and stuff like that, it could, something that looks black from one angle could look really dark blue from another. So
I can imagine what it's going to cost for, I don't even know. I mean, it's been years, because we've had Bubba for years. Bubba, it's just what it costs nowadays to have an animal cremated. I could imagine. Oh, Lord. I don't know. My husband might just end up building a coffin, and like he did for the kitties, and yeah, I don't know.
Somebody says one is a Chevy and one is a Toyota. Have they taken polygraph tests? I don't know how to answer that.
When the way they did Leonardo broke my husband's heart. He didn't like how they were handled, and I don't know if he could do that again. I mean, they don't handle them very well, and the way he was just thrown in the back in a trash bag, kind of. Yeah, my husband wasn't a happy camper about that. He is really upset about it. I don't know if he could do that again.
Denise, and here's why. Because at the very beginning of this case,
You
Chris Proudfoot
can't,
was running to the
bitch.
finish line. He was screaming from the top of the
We don't accept the fifth tier, okay?
mountains with a bullhorn in his hand saying, we've been cleared and we've passed our polygraph. And he said this over and over and over and over
No,
again.
he never said anybody's been cleared because nobody has been cleared. He has said he passed his polygraph, and he's not lying.
And then we find out on Nancy Grace, I think this is at interview 5 or 6 maybe, on Nancy Grace, that he lied. He didn't have a polygraph.
Yes, he did take the polygraph by Ellie, and I believe he did pass it.
So she was going to have him take a polygraph with him. He tells TBI, according to him, TBI says, no, please don't do that.
And even the PIs even said, yeah, that's true. They would say don't take it. I wouldn't take Nancy's either. Sorry, but I wouldn't.
And so he ended up taking his polygraph with TBI, and he just let us know last night on this drunken conversation that he
it was
passed
only $76. Heck, when we had Leonardo done, it was $236, and that was, let's see, we've had Bubba 8-9 years. So about 9-10 years ago, it was that much. So I would imagine it's more than that now. Everything goes up. But wow, that's cheap. Holy cow.
with flying colors, not just passed. He passed with freaking fires going off. Did you guys remember that cute little that kid movie called Spy? It has, what was that the wrestler's name? God, I can't remember it. But anyways, the girl, he's like the CIA agent. And this little 9-year-old girl busts him, spying on her mom because her mom was associated, or maybe it had something to do with her dad being a criminal or something like that. And so she was blackmailing him. And she goes, all I want is to see something blow up behind me as I walk away.
I need my phone call to speak to my lawyer. Nope. See, we're like Bullhorn. You're guilty until proven innocent. Well, no lawyer calls here. No lawyer calls here. You got to pro se yourself. You got to act as your own lawyer.
And that's what I feel like Chris is expecting from these polygraph tests. He's like, I passed. I passed with flying colors, he says, flying colors. So because of that, I really don't know if they lied to him about whether he passed or not, if he truly passed. But it doesn't matter. I don't believe him. I don't believe him.
Yeah, that sucks that we can't see Marcy. Because you're right, she goes into those meetings very disrespectfully, not professionally. For somebody who's a political activist and advocate, she isn't very professional. Yeah, they are worthless. They are, Thor. You're right. If they were reliable, they'd be used. And you can full lie detector test. You can.
I mean, anything short of him having the polygraph guy. I don't know what they call polygamy or I don't know. I don't know what they call him. Okay, but short of him calling me and saying, "Hey,
it's an examiner, Betty. It's a polygraph examiner.
He passed." I'm not going to believe him. Short of law enforcement coming to the podium and saying he passed his polygraph test, I'm not going to believe him. Short of law enforcement coming out and saying we fully.
But in your other live, you said it wouldn't matter if law enforcement said it or not. Because regardless if he passed or not, it doesn't matter. You still believe he's lying. And because he was in the military, he knows how to pass a lie detector test. And that's not true. Number one, you go through basic training. They don't teach you that in basic training. Number two, depending on what your jobs that you qualify for, depends on what any additional training you are going to get. So you don't know nothing about the military.
Have cleared the parents of any wrongdoing. I'm not going to believe them. I'm not going to believe them. You guys see a pattern here?
Yeah. Oh, you mean how they called Seth to tell him that Chris passed that way? Yeah, and they did. And Chris has the proof.
I am not.
Because they contacted Chris because they wanted to let Chris know they were going to tell him to try to shut him up.
Not going to believe them.
Because Seth has ran with it that Chris didn't, and he didn't know. When all along, he has known. You was in the military. They didn't teach you how? Well, see? You got gypped, according to Betty, then. Because, we're wasting taxpaying dollars on our military training them how to do this stuff. I see a pattern, Betty. The other night, that jeans thing, I could not even believe she went live with that. That was so... I knew I wasn't going to get a lot of views on that video. I didn't care. Okay. I will, Patricia. But I just had to do it because I knew she was wrong. What are you doing over in the kitchen? Why are you in the kids' kitchen? You knock down all them dishes, Sir Duke, you're going to get it. You're going to go pile zoom to them. I'm going to send you to Betty. Yep. I'm going to send you to Betty. No, I would never do that to you. I would never send you to hell. But you cannot knock down all those dishes out of that kitchen. Get out of that get out of the kids'. My kids have a play kitchen full of dishes. The cat is over there trying to knock them all down. Oh. Play with your kitty toys. Here, come get your toys. No, I'm not giving you goodies. Here, play with your toys. You knock all them dishes down, I'm going to knock you out because I'm going to have to pick them all up. You did that to me the other night. He knocks them down and he bats the cups all over the patio. Cat's crazy. Oh, wait. The feds don't allow pro se. That team she's always on about is down her vest. I can see it. Pictures. You guys crack me up. That's just mean, Mama. You can't send him up there, though. Oh, I would never. This is my baby. He'd attack the hell out of her. He don't like her cackle. He does not. You should. I'm gonna show you guys one of these times when I'm reviewing her, and she cackles. I'm gonna show you how he reacts. He just doesn't like it.
I wonder who CP paid to pass. Yeah, I know.
Oh, you want some more goodies?
No, he's had plenty of time to.
I need to buy stock in the Cat Goodie Company. Okay,
Listen
I'll
to this.
give
You know what we
couple
should
more.
probably
Come here,
do?
baby.
Oh my gosh,
I owe you because I threatened you with
I don't know why I
Betty.
love this photo. I do. I love this photo the best. I love just the face,
Okay.
just his face. He's
This
so
is
cute,
all of them
isn't he?
for tonight.
He's so
okay?
happy. I think that's why I love this photo. Absolutely the most. I think this is the happiest I've seen him in any photos that we've had. Even this one. It's just not as happy. This one, he's just so happy. And even if that isn't their camper, which thank God, I'm hoping, I'm you know what, to be honest with you, I'm kind of relieved that it's not theirs. Thank you guys for pointing that out. I am kind of really relieved.
Betty, we never thought it was in the first place. You ran with rumors and gossip from the Facebook pages because that's all you got. And mostly you get it from JLR's page.
In that Facebook group anyways and having discussion on it. But
you feel like you missed something?
I think that would just be another level of fury for me because I'm so angry with him. I just don't see how two parents.
Could you imagine Betty hooked up to a lie detector or a voice stress test? The lie, I feel bad for the examiner. That'd probably be he would throw his hands up in the air. He'd quit. Hey, my noise. He'd quit. He'd walk out. He'd like, geez, there's nothing. There's nothing she tells the truth about. I give up. I can't register her because she doesn't tell the truth about nothing. Not even who she is. Yeah, I think he'd walk away. But I'd like to be a fly in that room. I'd like to be a fly in that courtroom. But, you know, there had to be a big deal made about. And I know the person that did it with the court hearing didn't do it to cause any harm. And honestly, for him, it was about Betty because of the things Betty had done to him in the past, doxing him and going at his job and stuff. But anyway.
Parents can do what they're doing. I don't understand how they have no answers and why Chris is so combative with some of the most innocent and meaningful, questions. I think he's spending too much time defending themselves and trying to.
He's not coming out here defending himself, though. That was the first time that I seen him doing that. And he had every right to do it. You're not the one being threatened and harassed daily, non-stop, Betty. Even though you claim it, you're lying to the court, and you're good with that. But they have every right to their feelings. Every right.
Good in front of the public. They're almost demanding the public's respect. Like, dude, you had my respect at literally day one. By day 2, you and your wife lost every ounce of it. Like, you couldn't even keep it. I give my respect and my everything to people freely. It's up to them to keep it. I don't care where you come from, what your past is, whatever. I don't care what people say about you to me or in my ear. I give you everything that everybody else gives. And if you want to keep it, you work for it. You keep it, right? You have integrity, you show respect, you be a good person. I don't expect perfection because I don't live in a perfect world. I'm probably one of the most imperfect people ever imaginable. Why don't you interview him? At the beginning, I was thinking about interviewing him. And then I was thinking, I really don't want him. I haven't asked him. I think he's enough of a pompous, arrogant man. He would want to put me in my place. So I have a feeling he would actually interview with me because he'd want to set me straight. Don't you know? I mean, he's right.
Betty, he will not ever interview with you. Don't worry about that, Betty.
So I think because of my low persona of him, I think he would actually try to win me over. I think he's smart enough to know that if he can win me over, he'd be good to go. But in the same respect, you kind of, when you got a wild card, I mean, not wild card, like I'm going to jump through the phone. I'm actually pretty professional on these interviews. I got to be honest with you. And actually, even when I'm protesting, I'm a very professional protester. There's only been one time that things kind of got out of hand, but they were meant and led to get out of hand. But I mean, I've got questions about their day, real questions about their day.
You know what? Even Layla Santanilla's mother, Jennifer, will not interview on your channel. That should tell you something, Betty.
Absolutely not accusatory questions because, to be honest with you, I'm trying to build a timeline. I think the timeline's the way to go. I think we can
the timeline's already there, Betty. You're not building anything. You're making things up.
Know where everything is. We can really hone in on who is where and when. And if we can hone on who is where and when, I think it'll be better. But right now, at 5:15, if he truly was at work at 5:15, that's confirmed and corroborated. That's perfect for me. It's not perfect with the timeline I had previously, but it is perfect for me because we have a hard date and a hard time. You know what I'm saying? That's the first that we've had a hard date and a hard time. Our first hard date and hard time was the 6:33 phone call. That's the only thing that we could corroborate. Was them calling law enforcement. Everything before that, we couldn't corroborate anything. So
it has been corroborated and you still don't believe it.
Having an actual 5:15 a.m. is good because we have something before that 6:33 mark, and we needed that. So
you didn't need anything.
I think this is it. Let me see what else we got. I really hope they checked his work site. I don't think he's stupid enough to go to the work site and dump him. I really don't, but he was there. We were hearing from one of the people on the job that he didn't.
No, you weren't. You don't even know if that was really somebody from the job site. Number one. Number two, you don't know if that person is credible.
Actually start working on the crane until 7. So, I mean, there is a significant window.
Because there's other things you got to do on the job site, and it's a big freaking job site to begin with, you dumb dits.
Hour and 45 minutes that he was on the site, that he wasn't working. And, that's...
Yeah, no, there's other things he has to do besides climb on that crane, Betty. But see, you would have no clue. You've never worked in a big construction site like that, Betty. You've never ran a crane. You don't work. You wouldn't have a clue what a job entails, Betty. A real job.
You know, there's a few significant amount of times that Christopher is alone and by himself. For me,
Oh
the most
my
critical one,
Lord.
because it's the lengthiest time, was the day after when he went back to allegedly get the camper a day after his son's missing, and he has the cavalry in his living room and out his front door.
So maybe there was reason for that, Betty. That camper wasn't at the home when Sebastian went missing. You dumb twat.
For whatever reason, he just had to go back and get the camper.
I can't.
So he made the camper this pivotal, significant.
No, he didn't. You guys have. You don't think law enforcement hasn't checked everything out. One thing I can say for sure in this case is law enforcement has pulled out all the stops. Meanwhile, there's 40 other kids missing that got no attention. Not one iota of attention. And I will be posting. Oh, Patricia, thank you so much. Wow, you guys are killing me with memberships. Thank you. You don't know that the memberships, they so greatly help me support the channel. And now that I got to get my laptop fixed on top of everything else, thank you so much. Welcome to Poolside, everyone. Please thank Patricia for the gifted memberships. And you don't even need to bring towels, because here we have fluffy towels, we have fluffy robes, we have awesome pool shoes, but we have adult goodies. We have brownies, we have gummies, we have good music, and we have a shower right after you get out of the pool. You can just shower right off. You're all good, you know. Well, we got a grill and stuff. We can throw some shit on the grill, you know, make a day of it. Just make sure you have a very high sunscreen. The sun is hot here in Florida, and it fries your skin real quick. Hey, Clemson girl, good to see you. Oh, Patricia, you've been here since the beginning. You really have. You're an awesome person. You really are.
Item in this case, because who does that? So that's where we're at with that. But go over, check out that. I'm going to be dropping more little clips of this interview, this drunken interview he gave.
It wasn't a freaking drunken interview, you dumb shit.
Absolute. You can also go over to YouTube directly and watch the entire interview yourself. I do recommend.
Oh my God, she actually said it. Hell's gonna freeze over. She actually said it. Is she still mad because Olive Oil interviewed them first? I bet that's why she hates them. Probably.
Recommend you guys watching the entire 2-hour interview yourself. I really do. It is that important, and I wouldn't recommend it if I truly didn't believe it.
Oh, remember
but for those
she said how they lied to poor Olive Oil. They lied to her. They did not.
That are lazy and don't want to and just want the highlights, I'm going to be working on highlights for you. You lazy.
It's not highlights. It's heavily edited clips. It's not the highlights. Please don't believe her.
Kids, you. And we'll be getting some of those little snippets up on TikTok over the next few days. So I'll see you guys soon. I love you. God bless. And rock it out with your coffee beans out.
Thank God that's over. I couldn't handle much more of her. And we ended up doing Betty when I wanted to finish up with Slimy and stuff. But that's okay. We'll do Slimy tomorrow, because that way I can just do all 3 of her lives in one. And I can get my timestamp on so we don't have to put up with all of Slimy. Because Slimy's going to get slimed. She needs it. I'm shutting this music off. I need a break from it. I noticed even Spanky's doing the music now. And there's some things I'm going to talk about with Spanky. He's just hard to talk about. He's just hard to review. And Hope, you've been my ride or die since day one. I don't know what I'd do without you. I really don't. Betty, when you say stay long-term in a campground, you pay by the month. Instead of paying for the RV to be there, it's cheaper to get it than take it back later. And she doesn't understand that. She's never had one. And I can understand him going to get in the RV. I really can. Yeah, they had a 3-hour conversation, and they don't believe that a husband and wife could be on the phone that long, considering that the husband is always out of town for work. Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that. When my husband was out of town, we would talk on the phone all the time. She's starting to resemble Ursula from Little Mermaid. Oh my God. Patricia, if you really want a wrench, I'll be live tomorrow. I'll be happy to throw one at you. I can always use more good mods. You can never have enough of good mods. Oh my God, Betty. Oh. But tomorrow we're going to do Slimey's World. And some of Spanky. I have something I want to go over a little bit of Spanky Boy. And I promise I'm not showing a lot of his. We're going to do 10 stamps because I don't want to put you to sleep. Because, oh my God, my phone's ready to shut off. God, I need to learn how to plug things in once in a while. He's just really hard to review because he's so freaking boring. And he's so, okay, what's going on? I gotta. Oh, thank you for the PayPal. I don't say your name, unless you want me to. But oh my God, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Spanky's hard. I'm sending you a thank you and a heart. I believe it. I guess I could say KCG. Thank you, KCG. Ooh. I don't know. I dread doing Spanky. I dread doing Spanky because you really have to do timestamps. Oh, thank you, Remy. You really have to do timestamps with Spanky because otherwise I'll fall asleep on y'all. It takes him forever. I mean, forever to get to a point, and then you think you're gonna find something out, and he totally deflates you. It's like, ah. Oh, thank you, Hope. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Patricia. Yeah, exactly. You could talk on it. My husband, we would talk all the time because he wasn't home. So, I don't see the big issue with the phone conversation just because she's never had a relationship. Three cop cars and they got away. So happy to have found this channel. Kudos to you for all the warm welcome. Oh, thank you, Patricia. I'm glad you came in too. And they got away. Wow. And away they go. Wow. You're teaching a lot this week. If I can, I will listen while there. Otherwise, I will be watching the replay. Oh, Marcy, thank you. Watching the replay is just as important as being here to me. That you take the time to even do that. I know y'all got your own lives and your own things going on, and you still support me, be it in the live or on the replays. The replays are just as important. Actually, sometimes more important. And I love the comments. I love reading the comments. Because I'm one of them people that I can keep commenting instead of waiting until I'm done with the live. I'll keep commenting, and there may be book long comments for me. But that's just me. And I love it when that happens. And some people will say, oh, I'm so sorry it was so much. No, I don't mind that at all. I actually like it. I don't know. I like the comments. I like to read them. And thank you, Vic. Oh, it's been a long day though. Gonna be a long one tomorrow. Probably kids back to school. That thing. And Duke, it's bath day. For sore Duke. I gotta clean his ears and I gotta give him his medicated bath. So I'm gonna be all scratched up because he's not a happy camper. He likes to play in the water, but on his own accord. He doesn't like his bath. He likes to play in the water, but not the way I want to do it. I've never seen a cat like water so much. As long as you don't bath him. And he hates having his ears cleaned. He just hates having his ears cleaned. But I've never had a cat who's so sensitive with cat dander and ear mites like him. And if I don't keep it done, it'll happen. And I don't want him to be miserable. So I'd rather go through the scratching and the bitching and the meow-mowing and just give him his little medicated bath. And then when he's dry, I put a little bit of coconut oil in his fur. Cold and rainy here all day. Oh, it's beautiful here today. We could have used some rain. They said we were going to get some. We could have used some. We're getting ready to go into our little dry spurt before storm season kicks off. And it will be hot and dry, not a dewdrop of rain. And I'll have to turn my sprinklers on, then I'll be bitching about the water bill. Can't win for losing. You just got back in time to say goodbye, Ange. I just love you, Ange. I would love to hang out and party with you. You'd be a hoot. You'd be a hoot. You crack me up so much in chats. You just... Good night, Sir Duke. Yeah, he's going to be a good night. He's going to pals into the moon. I'm going to hop over to Hills in the air. She invited me up on panel. I'm going to go over and do that. I love my Hills, as you all know that. But if y'all want to watch a good live about Karen Reed, jump on over there, because we know the Karen Reed case. And trial starts this week. Oh, boy. I've been waiting for this one. And then I also have a live I want to do about the Turtle Boy shenanigans. And I am going to be doing highlights of the Karen Reed trial. I'm not going to stream the whole trial because there's going to be plenty of people streaming it. I don't want to bore you to death. But I will do highlights of it. Because I know so much about that. I've been in that deep in that case since it happened. And I know both sides of it. I know just as much about the Karen Reed side as I do the Turtle Boy side. And we will be covering the Turtle Boy shenanigans. Oh, yes, sir. I have drives full of that stuff. Oh, my God. It's unbelievable. There's so much there. I could probably do 10 lives on what I have on the Turtle Boy side of it. Oh, she is? Yeah. Well, I'm going to jump over to Hills. Because I was invited over and I respect Hills and she invited me over and I'm going to go do it. You guys don't see me on a lot of panels, but I'm going to try to do better with that. But I like going up on Hills' panel. It always makes me feel welcome. Nonsense. But I'm going to hop over there and do some of the Karen Reed stuff. Didn't charge my phone, so I have to sit here by the plug and hold it. But thank you guys all for joining me because I really thought this was canceled. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did come on. And thank you, Nonsense. Good advice. You always give such good advice. You know, one of these days she's going to start charging me for the advice. She probably needs to. I should be, I'm old enough to be her mama, but it's the other way around, following the Karen Reed case? A lot of people aren't. It's not for everybody. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do highlights. I think that would be better to do. But when it comes to the Turtle Boy stuff, oh, Lord. I think it's going to shock a lot of people and some of the stuff I have that he's actually done. And believe me, I will have the receipts to back it up, or otherwise I won't say it. But I have the receipts, and I think it's going to shock a lot of people to the extremes of what him and his writers have done. It's unbelievable. Your mod bell's in the mail? All right, Hope. You got to wait. I've been waiting to get paid from Nonsense, and I even asked for a raise. I asked for a raise. I still haven't got a raise. I haven't even got a check. Now, it's been a long goddamn time. And now that she's working for Duchess, maybe Duchess will pay her so then I can get paid. Then I can see, and it just trickles down. In fact, everybody can get paid. According to these caters, I work for nonsense. But damn, I didn't know I worked for free. I really didn't know I worked for free. But you do that a lot in life. You gotta do what you gotta do. But anyway, thank you, mods, for everything. Thank you, chat and subs, for just hanging out, supporting me. Thank you for all the gifted memberships. Thank you for the PayPal. I appreciate you guys so much. And I'll see you on the YouTube streets. I'm heading on over the hills. And y'all want to pop in? Come on over. All right, guys. Night all. Have a good one. You want to say night, Sir Duke? No? Okay, he's bathing. Never mind. All right, guys. Bye-bye.